Hi, I am redoing number 16. And I want to reiterate that the reason I am doing this is several reasons, actually. Maybe I can entertain you a little bit. Hopefully, you get a few laughs. Hopefully, it helps you reminisce. Um, I most of all want to inspire people if I can in any way. I'm doing this to document myself for my children and anybody else who cares that much about me that wants to know all that. But all of those reasons, because I do believe that God has a purpose for every life. And I am at the point where I can't do a lot as far as volunteering and serving, helping others, which I have done in the past. So I feel like this is something that I can do, that I actually even enjoy doing. And I have a little audience, which is great. And I do feel like I have things to share. So that's why I'm doing it. Hopefully, you can benefit somehow. Never ever want to hurt anybody or anything like that. I said too much about somebody, and we had a long discussion about it and everything, and it's all good. And he didn't even ask me to take it down, but I felt like I should, and I'm redoing this. So here we go, talking about dating. Okay, dating. It's hard at my age because I'm almost 70, right? I'm trying to help you guys. If anybody's single out there, and I know I have a lot of single friends, if you're watching. First of all, I very much envy those couples, and there's so many of them here in Bear Creek. There's some on my Facebook from high school that have been married all those years, like married 40 years or more. It's so awesome. 20 years or more is awesome. I almost, well, I was with Bob for 19 years total. We were married 13 years. I was with my second husband almost 10 years. So I just so much envy you guys. And I know it's not perfect. I know you had to put up with a lot of stuff, but that's how you got to where you are today. And I feel like you're an inspiration to me. I don't know if any of you guys are watching, but for the single people, the younger you are, the better chances you have of making things work and happening. Um, I kind of feel like I went from the top 10 to the bottom 10 over, the past year or two. And it's hard to accept. I always had a boyfriend almost all my life, if you've been following, you know that since I was 12 or so. I always had well, I didn't get too far yet in my story, but I did pretty much always have some man in my life. And I always liked that feeling, a little bit of security. And it always makes you feel good to know somebody is there that cares and, has feelings and all that stuff. But anyway, I'm trying to accept the fact that I've been alone for 20 years. I've been living alone for 20 years, except with a roommate 1 year, and with my son on and off a few years, and my mom a little couple years in the beginning. But most of the 20 years I've been alone. I haven't lived with another man. And so at this point, to even think about doing that is very difficult. Even though I feel like I want that security of having someone who really loves me, and all the comfort and niceness of all the closeness, physical closeness, and just someone who is really committed and settled in with you. And this is it. We're going to take care of each other for the rest of our lives, no matter what happens. I've given up on that. So appreciate a man's company as much as possible. I mean, if I I like that, I enjoy that. If somebody takes me out to dinner, I appreciate it very much. And anyway, that's the way I'm at. So I do have this one guy that has been going pretty well, but I it's not all the way like as much as I would like, because the couple of differences we have are very important to each of us. So one thing, um, he is much more serious about dancing. He's a ballroom dancer and he's taken a lot of lessons, and um, he it's really one of his main things, or the main thing maybe. And I enjoy dancing. I enjoy it for fun and exercise, and um I like to improve, but I'm not that serious about it. I mean, I don't care about doing all the ballroom stuff, and I definitely don't care about any kind of competition. To me, it's just fun and great exercise. And it's good exercise for your brain because you have to think about, when you're couples dancing, you got to think about the steps and your movements and all that. I've never gotten to the level where I'm doing the fancy styling stuff. I'm not there, never was, never will be. I'm just slightly above beginner level, maybe. Just swing dancing, that's all. Because I never got into ballroom much. I told you when I was 10 years old, I did a little, well, few years there. I had a few lessons, but that's not my thing. But it is his thing. And that's one thing we're different about. Anyway, we're different on religion somewhat, which I don't even like that word religion. I don't consider myself religious, but I have my faith. My faith is strong, and he is just, he's not in the same place, and I don't expect anybody to be in the exact same place. Everybody has their own spiritual journey. I respect that, but I'm not sure if he respects mine, and that's not a good thing. So um, he feels, satisfied where he's at. I feel like I am never satisfied. I need to keep on getting closer to God and keep growing spiritually. That's like the most important thing, you know. Next to it is your, right there, next to it, part of it is your family, and below that is your friends, and after that is your neighbors and all of that. But um, anyway, that's what happened. And I did go online. Years ago, I went on Match.com. I tried eHarmony for a minute, and that was a total waste of money. I had a little good luck on the Match.com. I met one guy. That was way back, right after my divorce. I mean, shortly after my divorce, a year after my divorce, something like that. Met one guy that I liked a lot. We connected. He liked me a lot. But I dropped him because I met another guy, and I'll talk about all that later. And sometimes I think that was a big mistake. I'm not sure, but maybe I should have stuck with that guy that I met on Match. And I had a few other dates on Match, a few bad ones, a few good ones that were not really good, but were okay, nice guys. But then I went back on there for a minute, I think, and that I didn't do anything with that. Then I went on Facebook dating. I met a couple guys on there. One back 3 years ago when I first moved here, and he was nice. I liked him. I went out with him maybe 2 or 3 weeks that we saw each other a few times, and I had to break it off because I wasn't feeling anything really but beyond friends, and he liked me too much. But my other okay, Facebook dating, I met a couple that were not good. One that I liked a whole lot. We had a great meetup. I thought really nice, perfect. I thought, and we kind of kept in touch a little bit. We almost had a couple follow-ups, but he canceled like twice on me, and we talked a little here and there, and then he kind of decided he didn't like me, and that's okay. I mean, I was sad because I did like him a lot. But then I gave up on that. I signed up for Silver Singles, which I had to pay for 6 months. Not a whole lot. It was like $80 for 6 months. They do a personality test and a personality match, and that's why I went on there. And they matched me with 500 people, 500 men, and it was bad because most of them live too far from me for me to even pursue it. I don't want to have to go, close to an hour drive to meet somebody and back and forth. And I know what happens then. You end up spending the night too soon just because you don't feel like driving back home, at night. All these old people, including me, don't like driving, especially at night. And so I was trying to meet people that were very close so there'd be no problem going home afterwards. And, it's just more convenient. And it's nice. You could see each other more often. Don't have to make such big plans when you live real close and all. But so that's what I wanted. So there wasn't much of that. Two guys that I met from there. One guy, I had a second date. Then he got COVID. Then he disappeared. I don't know if he really got COVID. I think he might have been married. I think that was an excuse, maybe. But the other guy, very nice man. We met, had lunch, and I wasn't feeling it, and so let him go. That was it. I'll never do that again. Also, I'll tell you, I had let my hair grow out, my gray. I'm not totally gray, but mostly, almost mostly, it's coming in quick. And I had let it grow 8 months. So I was pretty much natural. And then I decided right before my birthday, right before my 69th birthday, I decided I would color it for another year till I turned 70, and, just trying to look young as I can until I turn 70 and maybe catch a man. Who knows? But like I say, I'm really giving up on it. I mean, after 500 matches that, 2 dates, it's just not worth the trouble. It's just not going to happen. I feel like if it's in God's plan for me, it's going to happen anyway. Just like I met this last guy dancing, right? He's not the one, but I do like him a lot as a friend, and, I expect that to continue. But, like I said, the differences we have are too important, so it can't progress. And I just feel like, if something's meant to be, it's going to happen. I have to accept the fact that I probably will not have another man in my life. Not the kind that I really, desire that kind of intimacy. I don't expect that to happen again. And it's sad. So my advice is, if you got a good one, hold on to him, and forget about the dating sites, because men want younger women. There's no doubt. I mean, every guy that's 70 wants a lady that's 60, and I'm almost 70, and I don't really want to date men that are close to 80. I'd like somebody right around my age, and they all want somebody that's 10 years younger, or at least 5 years younger. More energy, at least, than me, you know? So I'm trying to accept it, and I want to help you guys to accept it. Right now, I'm making soup. Um, I'm making some vegetable soup with beans, and it might come out more like a stew because it's pretty thick. But that's something I'm good at. Is I cook a lot of good vegetarian food. I'm not a vegetarian anymore, but I was for about 20 years. And I do like to eat healthy. So I got this soup going that has all fresh stuff in it, nothing left over. My Epstein-Barr disease, they recommend celery juice. There's something in celery that's good, and I notice I don't like the celery juice. It's just too much celery flavor and too much trouble juicing. I've done it, and it's all good, I'm sure, but too much trouble. Uh, I did notice that when I eat celery, fresh celery, just a couple bites, it perks me up. It gives me like a boost of energy all of a sudden. I don't know what it is. Something in there. It's really good for you, especially with Epstein-Barr. So I have this stupid TMJ still going on. My whole jaw is crooked. I go to the dentist tomorrow. We'll see if they can help me at all. But I already asked them on the phone and they said no. I don't even know if they're going to be able to clean my teeth because I can't open my mouth all the way. I'm doing better though. It's better than it was a couple months ago. It's been like August, September, October, November. 4 months I've been not able to eat salad or sandwiches or steak. I have to eat soft foods and other, it hurts when I try to chew. So I made this soup with a whole lot of celery in it. And a whole bunch of other stuff, cabbage and tomatoes and peppers and onions and garlic and cilantro and turmeric and ginger, beans. And I will probably throw in either a little bit of pasta or maybe I have some couscous. I might throw in there some big round, like pearl size couscous. That's always good in soup. So, I was at high school and I've already almost used up to my time. So I think maybe I'll just stop here. High school to, maybe I'll start another. I'm going to do another one right now of high school, beginning of high school. But I'll cut this off so it's not too much at one time. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your support, all the good words. I appreciate it so much. And you can subscribe and then you don't miss a thing. And if you give me a like, it just makes me feel good. It's like a little kiss on the cheek. And I love you all. Thank you.